The immortal John Hancock here, and today I'm talking about games that need a sequel. And I just picked 6 games that I had on physical that I would love to see a sequel. And some of these are just not in a series, they're just a one-off or an indie release. Others are games that there were several releases, but then they just stopped. Now, this is just a wish list. I know that there's some legal issues on why there hasn't been another game in the series or a follow-up to a successful game. This is just my want list. And your list may be different. And in the comments, I want you to give me your wish list of games that need a sequel. Games that maybe came out and then there never was a follow-up. One thing that I have been playing is on my Switch 2, I've been using the Pro 3 Bluetooth gamepad from 8BitDo. And this is a fantastic controller, and it works with Switch, it works with Android, and it works with Windows. And this is a fantastic game. Comes with a charger, and I got this cool like Game Boy Color style aesthetic. And this is a great controller, and I love 8BitDo products, as I have several of them, and I've talked about them on my channel. But anyways, just wanted to give a shout out to them because they are fantastic. And so anyways, love playing with that new controller. So let's jump right in. The first game is an indie release, and this actually came out on the Ouya of all things, and it's Towerfall. Towerfall is like, the best way to describe it is probably like an 8-bit version of Smash Brothers. And there's a story mode, and then there's a versus mode, and up to 6 players can play on the Switch. There was a physical release from Limited Run, and this is a fantastic game. But it's been a while, right? It came out, 2013? And it's time for a new version of this. I'd love to see a new graphics engine. I would love to see a new release. And, unfortunately, with an indie release such as this, there's a lot of resources that go into this, and sometimes it doesn't make its money back. I'm pretty sure that this game made some revenue, but it's probably a very small development team. I don't even know if they're together still. In the comments, let me know, but I'd love to see a new Towerfall. The next one is a big one, and it was a huge success. Streets of Rage 4. And I love Streets of Rage 4. And the brawler kind of like this genre has really kind of exploded over the years. There's several kind of 8-bit and classic brawlers that have come out, and this one is probably one of the best ones. I love it. Now, Streets of Rage 5, I would love to see it. I would love to see another one, and the issues with these, sometimes it just takes the right timing of companies, availability. The same company, I do believe, has worked on several other brawlers and classic games, so it has to just all align for a follow-up sequel to happen. But I'd love to see a Streets of Rage 5, as this was amazing. This was an amazing follow-up to an already iconic franchise for Sega. And so, .mu and Lizard Cube are fantastic. And I know they've worked on other games. I know there's reasons why there hasn't been a follow-up. And, it has to come down to if Sega wants it. But, what Streets of Rage 4, to me, was just an iconic release and a good example of how something can be brought back, a franchise can be brought back. So many great things in that game. Next one is kind of an oddity. EA and Criterion Games, they released the Burnout series. And the Burnout series in the early 2000s up to like 2008 was just everywhere. There was several different Burnout games, PlayStation Portable even, PlayStation 2, 360. Definitely got a lot of my experience playing Burnout series among even Xbox, playing on those platforms of that time period. I think 2008 Burnout Paradise came out, and then in 2018 it was a Burnout Paradise remastered. So that was the last technically released. There was a Burnout, I do believe, on the PS3 and 360. Was it Crash? But anyways, it's been a long time since Burnout Paradise Remastered came out. I picked this up, a cheap release, physical on the Switch. And you know what? It's a great racing series. you know, I think the graphics look okay, but I would love to see a next-gen release of Burnout. Can you imagine the things that they could do? And man, I think there'd be even a collection or something. It would be nice to see a Burnout collection or something, as, you know what, this iconic series is near and dear to my heart. It's everything I would want in a racing game. It's less sim and more just action and fun, but there's a lot to this. It's kind of a happy medium. And so Burnout Paradise Remastered, I would like to see just a new Burnout game for sure. This next one started out, I do believe, as a Wii U game and a 3DS, and then was later to 3DS and then Switch. And this is Captain Toad's Treasure Tracker. And you know what? This is kind of like a hidden gem for Nintendo franchises. It's not going to be top tier or anything, and I know it looks like Nintendo's rolling out some sequels of some other franchises, you know, like Mario Tennis and all that for the Switch too, but we definitely need another one of these. It's been a while. I think it would go over well. This is a fun puzzle game. I really enjoy it. Something I would like to play more of, and for me, this kind of hit the sweet spot for like a puzzle game in a Nintendo franchise, using a Nintendo franchise. And I picked up the 3DS, the Wii U, and the Switch one. And the Switch one has like some extra levels based on Mario Odyssey. And so if not, you know, you can play just that. But it'd be nice to see another one of these. Very cool. Very, very cool puzzle game. Next one is not the best release, but I did think it was interesting. It was a Switch exclusive, and that was Marvel's Ultimate Alliance 3: The Black Order. I liked it, but I don't know. I think I like the previous Marvel Alliance better. I don't know. I have to go back and play that as well. But you know what? We're ready for a Marvel Ultimate Alliance 4. And you know what? There's been a while since 3 came out. It's on Switch. I think it did rather well. It still has a pretty decent value for a used game on Switch, but I definitely for sure would like to see another Ultimate Alliance. You know, those types of game. What I like about the series is that you can pick different characters in the Marvel universe. There's so many, and I think with a graphics upgrade and definitely with a new engine, I think they could do some fantastic things. Fingers crossed that this gets released. And last, and definitely not least, is ARMS for Nintendo Switch. This is a fun fighting game and another early release on the Switch, and I enjoyed it. I think there needed to be some more features in the game. Some of these games I'm talking about are like 8 out of 10. Others are better than that. You know, ARMS to me is like a solid 8, but I think with a follow-up, and I think there should be a follow-up, this could be a much better game. More characters, different stages, more unlockables. Like, to me, it seems like a perfect fit for the Switch 2, and I would love to see a follow-up of that, as I enjoyed the first one, but it's been a long time. What, 2017? Yeah, it's getting up there. So, what do you think of these games and game series? Many of them have not released anything in a long time, and I think it's time that we see a sequel with some of those franchises. What do you think? In the comments below, let me know. And thank you so much. Make sure to give your list in the comments, as I'm curious on what you're going to be choosing. But thank you so much for viewing this channel. If you like what you see, please consider hitting that like and subscribe button and clicking the bell, as I'm uploading videos every week. You folks are wonderful and beautiful. Let's keep it positive. This is the Immortal John Hancock, and you take care.